What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. First things first, thank you for clicking on this video. Now in this video, what I'm going to be showing you is how I color grade and color correct SLog 3 footage for my Sony A7S III. Now really quick before we get to it, there is going to be a difference of color grading versus color correcting. Let's start off with color correcting. Now when it comes down to color correcting, you want to make sure that your exposure is correct. You want to make sure that your whites look right, your blacks look right, your shadows are correct, your highlights are correct as well too. That's when it comes down to color correcting. Now color grading is going to be something somewhat different. You do that after you color correct your footage. Color grading is going to be something where you portray a different vibe to actually make your image or video stand out a certain way based off of how you want to portray the mood of your image. So that's when you're going to be manipulating colors to your liking. Now, I'm going to show you how I do both, but mainly the thing is just how I color correct and color grade specifically SLog 3 footage. So we are in Premiere Pro right here, and I have a clip on my timeline, and this again is shot in SLog 3. We have one clip on our timeline here, and what I'm going to start off by doing is adding 3 adjustment layers. And some people use 1, some people use 2, but me personally, I like to use 3, and I will show you why. Let's go ahead and drag those on there. Oops, there we go. All right, let's make that smaller. All right, so the first thing what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off at the top here on my first adjustment layer, go to my color, and what I'm going to do is put in a look conversion, which is going to be Rec. 709. So what I'll do is instead of going to basic correction, I'm gonna go to creative. And this is where I'll input my Rec. 709. And the only reason why I'm going to go to creative as opposed to basic correction is because with creative tab, you actually have the intensity of what you want to bring. So take, for example, let's go ahead and drop in my Rec. 709. Have it under my tab here. All right, so just right off the bat, that is my Rec. 709, which is a huge difference from going from the log profile into Rec. 709. But what I like to do is actually bring the intensity down. So what I'll do is actually bring that intensity down to half. So I'll bring it down to 50%. And like I said, that's the reason why I like to put it into the creative tab as opposed to the basic correction, because the basic correction, you can't control the intensity. Okay, so now what I'm going to go do is all the way down to the bottom adjustment layer. I know I do things a little bit different, but just bear with me. Into the bottom adjustment layer, now I will color correct my image. And we already have my scopes up right here. So what I'm going to do is bring my exposure up just a little bit. It's already well exposed. And then I'm going to bring down my shadows close to 0, not all the way, but close to 0. I'm also going to raise that exposure just a little bit more. And with my highlights, I'm actually going to bring them down. All right, so that looks good to me. Now what I'll do is actually mess with the temperature just a little bit. I like things on the bluer side. So I'll put it at 117. And what you can do is you can actually bring up the parade so that way you can match your colors, your reds, your greens, and your blues as well too. So right off the bat, they all look like they're working together very well. So the next thing that I'm going to do is go to my middle adjustment layer, and this is where you can input your LUT. So go ahead and type in LUT. As you can see, I have a lot of LUTs, but I'm going to go to a specific one, which is the Phantom LUT pack, and it's going to make the image very green. I'll tell you that right now. But that is why we put it into the creative tab as opposed to the basic correction, because now I'm just going to put it at 20%, and that's what it's looking like, and I actually like that look right off the bat. That's actually a fantastic image. So, and just like that, that is how I color correct and color grade my images with SLog 3. It's not too complex. It's actually very simplistic, and that's the main thing that I wanted to do, was show you that it's not hard whatsoever to actually color grade and color correct SLog 3 footage. I will leave a link to the LUTs, the conversion Rec 709 LUT, and as well as the Phantom LUT pack. I'll leave that down in my description. But that is it for me, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. But you guys have a good day.